Mrs. Tata.
Okay.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to our forum discussion. It is truly a pleasure to have all of you here today as we gather to share ideas and insight on one of the most important aspects of education, which is our topic for today also, which is active learning strategies for effective teaching. Education is not just about delivering knowledge. It is about inspiring curiosity, encouraging participation, and nurturing skills that will prepare our students for the challenges of the future, which is in line with SDG 4, which is quality of education. Before we start our first question, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Oliver Hill and I will be the moderator for today.
My name is Azman bin Roy Martin. I'm a panel one as an English teacher.
My name is Nur Suratullah Shifin Muhammad. I am Colonel 2 as a school principal.
My name is Sharon Ivy and I will be panel 3, which is PPG official.
My name is Sharul Kuzairi and I'm a Ministry of Education officer.
Together, we will explore what active learning means, why is it essential in today's classroom, and how it can be applied effectively to benefit both teacher and student. Let us begin our discussion with our panel 1. First question is, and why is it important in today's classroom?
Thank you, moderator. Active learning important today's classroom. It is because active learning is a teaching method where students are actively involved in the lesson. Instead of only listening to the teacher, students discuss, ask questions, solve problems, and work together. And I believe active learning is important because students understand the lesson better, become more confident, and enjoy learning. It also encourages them to think critically instead of just memorizing information. In today's classroom, students need to develop 21st century skills like communication and problem solving, and active learning helps with that.
Thank you, panel 1. I agree that active learning makes learning more meaningful. My next question is, can you give us some examples?
Of course, the example is teachers can use many active learning strategies in the classroom. For example, group discussions, role plays, think pair share, quizzes, educational games, and problem based learning. In my English class, I often use role plays and group discussions. For example, students act out a dialogue or debate a topic. These activities encourage students to communicate with their classmates and participate actively in the classroom. This makes the lesson more fun and engaging for them.
Thank you very much. Those are very excellent examples. Now, let's move on to panel number 2. The first question is, what are the main benefits of active learning for students?
Thank you, moderator. In my opinion, active learning has many benefits for students. It is teaching method where students are not only listening to the teacher, but they also take part in lesson. They discuss with their friend, ask questions, share idea, and complete activity together. The first benefit is the student become more confident. When teacher gives student the chance to speak in class, they become less shy and more willing to share their opinions. This is very important because confidence helps student communication better. The second benefit is better communication skill. During group discussion or presentation, students learn how to express their idea clearly. They also learn how to listen to the people's opinions and respect different ideas. Another benefit is the active learning improve critical thinking and problem solving skill. Instead of waiting for the teacher to give all the answer, students think careful and try to solve a problem by solve a problem or group with their group members. This helps them become more independent learner. Besides that, active learning make more interesting and enjoyable. Students usually enjoy activities such as game, quiz, role play, um, group discussion, and presentation. When students enjoy, they they more attention and remember the lesson better. As a school principal, I also believe active learning create positive classroom environment. Students work together, help each other, and build good relationship with the classroom. This makes the classroom more active and enjoyable for everyone.
Thank you for sharing your opinion. My next question is, how does active learning support SDG 4, which is quality education?
Thank you for the question. Active learning support SDG 4 such quality education because it gives every student the opportunity to participate in learning. When student can ask question, answer question, and share idea, no matter their background or learning or ability. This teaching method also support inclusive education because teacher encourage all students to work together and help each other. Students learn to respect different opinions and cooperate with their classroom. Besides that, active learning helps students develop important life skills such as communication, teamwork, critical thinking, creativity, and problem solving. These skills are useful not only in school but also in university, the workplace, and daily life.
Thank you for your explanation. Next, I would like to invite panel number 3. My first question is, how can teachers implement active learning in different subjects?
Thank you, moderator. Active learning can be used in almost every subject because it encourages students to take part in the learning process instead of just listening to the teacher. When students are actively involved, they become more interested in the lesson, remember what they learned better, and develop important skills that will help them in school and in the future. For example, in English, teacher can organize role plays, group discussion, and presentation. These activities encourage students to speak confidently, express their ideas, and improve their communication skills. Instead of only reading from a textbook, students get the chance to use English in real life situations. In mathematics, teachers can give students problems to solve in small groups. Students can discuss different ways to find the answer, explain their thinking, and learn from one another. Teacher can also use real life examples such as shopping, planning a budget, or measuring objects around the classroom. This helps students understand that mathematics is useful in everyday life. Teacher can also make good use of technology to support active learning, such as interactive quiz, educational videos, online discussion, and digital presentation that can make lesson more engaging. However, active learning is not only about doing enjoyable activities. enjoyable activities. Teachers need to plan lesson carefully so that every activity has a clear learning objective. They should also encourage every student to participate because each student learns differently. A positive classroom environment where students feel comfortable asking questions and sharing ideas is essential for successful active learning.
Thank you for that explanation. Can you share some examples?
Sure. Today, many Malaysian schools are practicing project-based learning as part of the PAK 21 approach. Students work together in groups to complete projects based on real life situations. For example, students may organize a recycling campaign in school. They identify the problem, gather information, discuss solution, prepare poster or digital presentation, and present their ideas to teacher and classmates. Another example is during STEM activity. Students might design a simple bridge, but build a model using recycled materials or create a water filter. They test their ideas, improve their designs, and explain what they have learned. These activities encourage creativity, innovation, and problem solving. Schools also organize programs such as English Week and Carnival. Students participate in public speaking competition, quiz, innovations, challenges, and group presentation. These activities allow students to apply classroom knowledge in meaningful and enjoyable ways. Overall, active learning helps students become more confident, responsible, and independent learners. It develops important 21st century skills such as communication, collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving. Most important, it prepares students not only for examination but also for future education, careers, and lifelong learning.
That's a very good example. Thank you. Finally, let's hear from panel number 4. My first question is, what challenges do teachers face when using active learning?
Uh, Thank you, moderator. Although active learning is an effective teaching approach, teachers still face several challenges when using it in the classroom. One of the biggest challenges is limited class time. Activities such as group discussion, presentation, and problem solving thus require more time than traditional teaching. Teaching also need complete the syllabus, so managing time can be difficult. Another challenge is larger class size. When there are many students in one classroom, it is difficult for teachers to monitor every group and ensure that all students participate actively. Some students may also be shy or lack confidence to share their ideas, so teachers need to encourage them and create a supportive learning environment. In addition, some schools have limited teaching resources and technology. Without enough learning materials or digital tools, it can be more challenging to conduct active learning activities effectively.
Thank you. But what can schools and the minister do to solve these challenges?
School and the Ministry of Education can work together to support teachers. Schools should provide better teaching resources and encourage teachers to attend professional development to improve their teaching skills. The ministry can organize more training programs and provide school with technology such as computers, projectors, and reliable internet access. Reducing teachers' administrative work can also give them more time to prepare creative and engaging lessons. In conclusion, although active learning has its challenge, they can be overcome through cooperation, proper training, and sufficient resources. By supporting teachers, we can create more engaging classroom, help students develop important 21st century skills.
Thank you for sharing those suggestions. Before we end this forum discussion, I would like to ask all the panel members one final question. In one sentence, what is your message about active learning?
For me, active learning makes learning fun and meaningful.
For me, active learning helps students become confident and independent learners.
In my opinion, active learning prepares students with important skills for the future.
For me, active learning supports quality education for everyone.
Thank you to you all for thank you to all Thank you to you all, our panel members, for your valuable insight and thoughtful contribution. Today's discussion has highlighted not only the benefits of active learning, but also the real challenges teachers and schools face in implementing it. We heard how active learning encourages students to participate actively, strengthen communication and collaboration, and nurtures critical thinking. We also learned that with the right support through professional development, teaching resources, and technology, these challenges can be overcome. Active learning is more than a classroom strategy. It is a commitment to preparing students for the future by making education engaging, inclusive, and meaningful. It empowers learners to take ownership of their growth, build confidence, and ensure that no student is left behind. This also aligns directly with our shared vision of achieving quality education for all SDG 4. As we conclude, let us remember that the success of active learning depends on collaboration between teachers, school, minister, parents, and students themselves. Together, we can create classrooms that inspire curiosity, foster creativity, and equip learners with the skill they need to thrive in an ever-changing world. Thank you once again to everyone who joined us today. May this forum serve as a reminder that education is a collective responsibility and active learning is one of the most powerful tools we have to shape a brighter future. Have a wonderful day and let's continue working hand in hand to make learning truly transformative.